The Warsaw Uprising, fighting for freedom. The Warsaw Uprising was a significant event during World War II in which the Polish Home Army, Armia Krajowa, and the civilian population of Warsaw, Poland, staged a heroic but ultimately unsuccessful uprising against Nazi German occupation. The uprising was a symbol of the Poles' determination to fight for their freedom and independence. Here are key points about the Warsaw Uprising and its significance. Background: the Warsaw Uprising began on August 1, 1944, as the Soviet Red Army approached the outskirts of Warsaw. The Polish Home Army saw this as an opportunity to liberate the city from Nazi German control before the Soviets could occupy it. Goals: the primary goal of the Warsaw Uprising was to liberate Warsaw from the Germans and establish a free and independent Polish government. The uprising was also seen as a way to demonstrate Poland's desire for self-determination to the Allies. Civilian participation: the uprising was unique in that it involved not only armed resistance fighters but also a significant civilian population. Civilians, including women and children, took part in the fighting, often using improvised weapons. Intense urban warfare: the fighting in Warsaw was brutal and took place in the narrow streets and buildings of the city. The Polish insurgents faced heavily armed and better equipped German forces, leading to intense urban warfare. Soviet inaction: the most controversial aspect of the Warsaw Uprising was the Soviet Red Army's failure to support the Polish insurgents. While the Red Army was on the outskirts of Warsaw, it did not provide significant assistance to the Poles. This lack of support has been a subject of debate and controversy for decades. Suppression and destruction: the uprising lasted for 63 days, during which the Germans used brutal tactics to suppress it. The city was systematically destroyed, and the civilian population suffered greatly. The uprising was ultimately crushed by the Germans in early October 1944. Consequences: the Warsaw Uprising was a tragic event that resulted in significant loss of life and destruction in the city. Estimates of civilian casualties vary, but they are believed to number in the tens of thousands. Many of the Polish Home Army fighters were killed, and the surviving insurgents were taken as prisoners of war. Symbol of resistance: despite its failure, the Warsaw Uprising remains a symbol of Polish resistance and the fight for freedom. It is commemorated annually in Poland on August 1 as a national holiday known as Warsaw Uprising Remembrance Day. Legacy: the legacy of the Warsaw Uprising is one of sacrifice and determination. It is a reminder of the Polish people's commitment to their nation's independence and their willingness to fight for it, even against overwhelming odds. The Warsaw Uprising, while ultimately unsuccessful in its immediate goals, remains a powerful and enduring symbol of the Polish people's resilience and their struggle for freedom during one of the darkest periods in their history. Like and subscribe my channel.